Hey, what's up guys? This is gonna be my quick review of the DJI Mavic Pro. So here it is. I'm gonna quickly show you guys what it comes with in the box. This is the basic kit model, not the Fly More combo. So in the box you have the DJI Mavic itself, and then you have the controller. Of course, the DJI Mavic also comes with a 16 gig micro SD card, and then you have your USB-C connector for the controller, and you have a micro USB connector for the controller. And if you notice, each of these actually come with a square bracket, which is very nice because the square bracket is basically you're gonna plug it in right here, and that allows it to slide up and down to hold the cable in place, which I'm gonna get into a little bit later. You also get an extra set of prop, which is just two, only comes in two. The Phantom 4 comes with 4 props, but this one only comes with 2 props. Then of course you have your battery charger, and the nice thing about this battery charger is that you have one end for the battery, and it doesn't matter which way you put it in. And also on the AC, the power bar, it has 2 USB output, so you can use you can use one of them to charge the controller, and the other one you can use it to charge something else. So that's very nice. And this is a lot smaller than the Phantom 4 AC adapter, so that's very nice. So now let's go ahead and take a closer look at the new remote controller. So this is the new remote controller, significantly smaller comparing to the Phantom 4 remote controller, obviously. Up top you have your antenna. So to open the antenna, you pull up and you just pull it up like this. This one go like this, and you can adjust. There's a lock at certain angle, so you can leave it like this, like so. And the left joystick, right joystick, you have your power button and your return to home button. Over here you have your pause recording button, and here is a little joystick to which you can use to adjust the gimbal on the drone. On this side you have a plug here, which you use to connect. You connect this in here, and then the other end will be to your phone or tablet. But this is also where you're gonna charge your remote controller. This is actually a micro USB input. It might not look like it, because it looks like a. It doesn't look like, from the outside. It doesn't look, to me, it doesn't look like a micro USB input, but it is. So that's where you charge your controller. And the bottom open out like this, and down here you have a USB output. You can also connect to your phone using this port. On this side it has a built-in lightning cable already out of the box, and you can use this to hold it in place. But to me, I like to have it like this because it's a lot easier to connect to a bigger phone without, because this space right here is very small, and most of the time it would not fit the bigger phone. So that's why I like to have it loose like this. The build quality is extremely nice, very nice. On this side you have your sport mode switch, so you can turn on sport mode up and down right here. On the back you have 2 custom buttons, C1 and C2, so you can set whatever shortcut you want to right here. So one thing I noticed about the antenna, if you look closely, this one has a little of a groove here, and up here there's a little bit of a groove. So at first I don't know what it's for. Turns out that is how you lock the antenna. So you take a look here, you can see that there's a little gap. So you put this remote in your bag, sometimes you can knock the antenna loose and you can break it on accident. But the way you do this is you line it up correctly and you just press it down and it will lock in place. Just make sure you line it up correctly. And when you hear a snap, it locked in. Both the bottom locked and the top locked. So now it's not gonna go anywhere. The joystick feels pretty good. I think the Phantom 4 joystick feels a little bit better, but this one feels pretty good. Very rigid, and it has the same thing like the Phantom controller. This sort of grip. This is how you grip your finger onto it. Overall, very nice design. Also, I found out from somebody else on YouTube that the reason you see there is two holes here, I mean one hole on this side to hold the cable in place, but on this side there's another hole right here. Turns out you can actually attach a mini iPad by just extending this fully, and you can plug one end of the mini iPad in here or the other ends in here. So this actually support around a 7-inch tablet like a mini iPad, and you're gonna connect it to this port here. So that's very nice for those of you that use iPad to fly the drone. So like I said, the controller is very nice. You have your this is where you could your gimbal, move your gimbal up and down, and this is where you can use it to change your aperture, ISO setting of the camera. You also have the recorder button here, and you have your taking picture button. So it's very nice. All the buttons are at your fingertips, so it's very easy to execute whatever that it is that you want to do. And overall, the thing I like about this is this controller is so compact comparing to the Phantom 4 controller. That one is so big. This is, it just feels very nice, very heavy, very grippy, very good build quality. As you can see, it made from like hard plastic. It does not feel cheap at all. So very positive feedback, like feeling for this controller. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the main subject or object of the review, which is the drone itself. So my first impression when I first got this is how small the box is. Like the box itself is so small. I was shocked at how small it is. And when I opened it and take the drone, I was in awe. This drone is so tiny, so compact, and it just looks nice. I mean, it looks friendly, but it also looks like futuristic and advanced to me. So this is the gimbal cover. This little plastic is used to prevent this hard plastic from getting scratched. So I highly recommend you guys keep this on. And to open this out, there's a little lever here. You just pull it and out it goes, and now you can see the camera. So in the front you have your camera and the 3-axis stabilizer. You have your 2 front sensor right here. On the bottom you have 2 visual camera, and you have your another 2 sensor for the bottom, like that. Very nice build quality, guys. On the back you have the lights, and you have 2 more lights here for the front leg. So to open this out, you just you have to open the front leg first, so I just do like this, pull it out like this. And same thing on this side, I would just pull it out like that. Now, and then I turn it upside down and I pull this leg back like so. And same thing on the other side. And now you have the drum fully extended. So, and this is of course is where the battery goes. You can on the side there's 2 buttons. You press this and lift up, and here out come the battery. So now let's take a look at the battery. The battery is so small. It's a lot smaller than the Phantom battery. It's a lot lighter too, which is a good thing. This is also the intelligent battery, so you have to update the firmware. If there is one, you have to update this, and you have to do it for every single battery that you have. So that's the battery, very tiny, so small. So here's the drone without the battery. So this design is a very good design, because when the battery is pressing down, you have less chance of it, falling out or disconnect from the connector when you're in flight, because there's a lot of vibration when you're flying. So this design is actually, a lot of people said that it's a very good design because it prevents you from having problems during your flight. So I really like that. So this is this is the new props. It's not like the Phantom 4. So to put the prop on, it's pretty simple. As you can see here, this is the black and this is the white, and you can see that but there's a white circle, white at the bottom. This is black top, black at the bottom. So on the prop itself, just like the Phantom 4, it tells you which direction is locked. So this one is the black one, and you turn this way to lock it. This is the white one, you turn the opposite way to lock it. So to open it out, you just press it down and turn, and you can take it out like so. Very easy. And you can see there the design is a bit different from the Phantom 4. There's a little spring here, and there's like a central bar here, and and right here at the bottom you can see there's a little place that when you push down and you lock it, so it will stay in place. And the spring will create tension so that this does not fall off, like it will always be under pressure. So to put it on, again, you just line this up and you push it down, and again you push it all the way down, turn, lock, and now it's in place and it's not going to go anywhere. So very quick and easy to do. And again, with this design, you do not have to take off the prop or anything like that. You can just leave the prop on and fly when you're ready. When you extend the leg, you don't have to spread the prop out like this or anything. You just leave it like this, and when it spins, it will automatically goes into the right position. Okay, another thing that I like to mention is that when you take off this cover, make sure you also remove the gimbal holder, which is this piece right here. When I first got this drone, I actually forgot to take it out. So to take it out, you just pull it out this way, and it will the stabilizer will come loose. So make sure before you fly, you take it out. If you don't take it out, the screen will tell you that the gimbal is overload. Please remove the gimbal holder. So take it out, and there it is. And after you finish flying, when you go into storage, I highly recommend you guys put this back on, because this thing, as you can see, is gonna keep on moving around and it's gonna put a lot of wear and tear on your gimbal. So I suggest you guys put this back on. So to put it back on, the first few times it might take some try to do, but you can pretty easily get used to it. Like you can see me doing it here. You just push it down and you sort of just move this gimbal into that slot. You can see this right here. You can move that into that slot. So once it's in that slot, then you're good to go. As you can see, it's not gonna move. You're gonna keep it in place. So now I want to talk about the performance of the drone itself. Like I said earlier, this design is a major win. It's so small, you can take this with you everywhere. You know, you no longer have to have a separate drone case. You can put this, I put this in my camera bag along with all my camera gear, and it fits perfectly. So you can travel a lot easier, you can go on flight a lot easier. It's more, it doesn't stand out, so when you fly at places that have a lot of people, you're gonna have a much easier time comparing to something like a Phantom 4. The battery life is great. The battery life, you can get about 23 minutes out of this thing. The Phantom 4, you can only get like, I don't know, for me, I get like 20 minutes, 21 minutes out of my Phantom 4. So this smaller battery actually gets a longer flight time. The camera, one thing about the camera, this camera does not have autofocus. It doesn't autofocus like how a Phantom 4 is. So what you have to do is you have to tap the focus. So when you fly up and you choose the scene that you want to record or take a picture, make sure you tap your phone to focus it. Or out of the box setting, the C1 button is center focus. So if you hit this, it's gonna focus at the center of the frame. Just make sure you gotta hit this, and your picture is gonna come out great. I'm sure you heard a lot about that from other videos, but make sure you guys focus when you fly this thing. This thing goes, it's really stable with the sensor, with the bottom sensor. It's basically just like a Phantom 4. The performance level is very high performance. It can go up against some pretty strong wind. It doesn't drift. It's staying in one place. It maneuver left and right. The control is perfectly. But you're basically getting a Phantom 4 in this small package. You do not have to compromise on anything. And this comes at a much cheaper price than the Phantom 4. So to me, this is a no-brainer. If you want pure image quality, then of course the new Phantom 4 Pro is the way to go. But for me, portability is so important, especially for drones, because there are so many regulations, especially when you go travel abroad to another country. To be able to just carry this thing, put it in your camera bag, is such a huge thing, because sometimes airlines, especially Asian airlines, they don't let you carry two carry-on. So if you're gonna carry a Phantom 4 case, that's one of your carry-on right there. Wow, this thing, you can just, you know, hold it like this, no problem. Very compact. Setting up is also a lot faster because you don't have to put on the prop. You just open the legs, connect the phone into this controller, you're good to go. So major wins. Overall, my first week with this drone is so positive. It's really positive. I was able to use this drone at so many different places, because the main thing is I can have this with me at all time. I basically now carry this with me everywhere because I always have my camera bag. So I always have this in my camera bag. So I have access to a drone everywhere I go. I can quickly pop it out, fly up, get a shot, land, and good to go. So it's great. It's really good. And you know, it's, to me, if you guys deciding between this one and the Phantom 4, I highly suggest you guys take a look at this one. If you can get a hand on the Mavic right now, definitely get the Mavic. Give the Mavic a try. It's cheaper. It's only $1,000, and you're getting so much value for this drone. So overall, to me, this is a 2 thumbs up. I love this drone. It's so amazing. Anyways, I'm gonna be posting a lot more in-depth videos on different mode and different aspect of this drone. But this is just my overall review, as well as my first with use impression of it. So if you guys like the video, make sure you guys like it. If you please subscribe for more future video, and if you guys have any question regarding this drone, please leave them in a comment and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. Until then, take care guys, bye.